So hello everyone, welcome. For those who don't know me, my name is Martina Bábinová, and I am art historian and curator and also art educator from Slovakia. And I'm glad to be here today to talk to you about my work and about the institution that I work for. I work at the Ernest Zmeták Art Gallery in Nové Zámky in Slovakia as a curator of contemporary art and also as a gallery educator, and the list of the responsibilities goes on and on. I will talk about it in a while. So I try to divide this presentation in three parts, or three sections, or three topics that I would like to talk about. So first of all, I would like to introduce the gallery's focus, the vision, basically said who we are and what we do, so you have an idea. And then I will introduce or I will speak about my curatorial practice and showcase exhibitions I've curated this year at Ernest Zmeták Art Gallery. And furthermore, I will discuss some educational projects because I'm involved in them also, and maybe talk about this topic, like how to bridge the gap between art and community, because this is something that I'm really also interested in. Now my presentation don't move. Why it doesn't move? Let me see. No, I can't can go forward. Okay, yeah. What did you do? Okay, thank you for help. Yeah, so just basic information about me. I have studied the history of art at Comenius University in Bratislava, and after my studies in 2016, I returned to Nové Zámky, as it is my hometown, and I applied for an internship in Ernest Zmeták Art Gallery. I spent there 6 months working as an intern, and mostly I work as a documentator of an archive of regional artists, because there was this need to digitalize this archive. And then I have started to work there full time, and over the years I've been responsible for really diverse range of tasks. I use the past tense, I guess, but I still am for most of them. So I curate exhibitions of contemporary art. I also create and implement art education programs for various target audiences. I partly manage the social media. Like, this is something I do not have to do, I guess, but I still somehow am administrator of our Facebook page. So sometimes I just upload some posts or pictures, or it's like a leisure activity for me. Let's say. I also oversee the gallery's collection and organize cultural events. For example, I coordinate concerts featuring classical and contemporary music named Gallery Full of Music. And this year we launched the 16th edition of this concert cycle, or this series. The author of this cycle or the concept is Ivan Schiller. He's a Slovak concert pianist, teacher, and also organizer of many musical projects. I think that tomorrow we actually have another concert in our gallery, so you all are welcome to the concert. The series lasts from September to December each year. So yeah, when I write emails, I usually use the different position according to who I am writing. But creating exhibitions and art education are the two fields that interest me the most, so that's what I will talk about in a minute. But I would like to introduce our gallery to you. We are collecting and exhibiting institution. So we have our own collection, and Slovakia is divided in few regions, and we are managed by one of them, the Nitra self-governing region. So yeah, I brought this map, and for this occasion I circled the cities so you have a better idea where it is. where is Nové Zámky. We are the only gallery in the town, and actually the city has a really convenient location. You can travel by train to other cities, to Bratislava, Budapest, Vienna, Brno, or Prague. So sometimes I make jokes that from Nové Zámky to Bratislava it takes the same time, like from Brooklyn to Manhattan. Depends where you live in Brooklyn. So, yeah. This is our gallery. But before that, I would like to answer like the question that raises, like, who is Ernest Zmeták and why is the gallery named after him? So he was born in 1919 and died in 2004. He was born in Nové Zámky. He was really like important figure in Slovak fine arts of 20th century. He was a painter, graphic artist, designer, author of monumental works, and he was also an art collector. And together with his wife Danica Zmetáková, she's art historian, former curator of the Slovak National Gallery, they managed to create one of the largest private art collections in Slovakia. And in 1980s, a part of this collection was donated to the city of Nové Zámky, and based on this gift, the gallery was established. So this laid the foundation of the gallery and its collection fund. So we have two permanent exhibitions. The first one, you can see on the left side, called European Art from the 16th to 20th century, is based of the donation of the Ernest Zmeták. It was rearranged in 2016. Also, a new catalogue was published in 2017. The second permanent exhibition on the right presents the works of art of also local artists, avant-garde artist and writer Lajos Kassák. He was born in 1887 and died in 1967. In addition to these permanent exhibitions, the gallery also organizes the presentation of 20th and contemporary 20th and 21st century art, contemporary art, focusing on Slovak, Hungarian, and Czech artists. As well, we organize exhibitions from the collection of the Ernest Zmeták. So in a year, we approximately have maybe 6 or 7 current exhibitions. Our current director is Helena Markusková. She's a respected curator for Slovak and Hungarian art from 19th century to present. In the middle, that's our building. That's not like a pleasant photo, but in the real life, it looks better. Like really, you have to come and check. It looks like a Lego, like this toy. Yeah, we've been in this building. Like I wasn't there since 2004, but the gallery was there since 2004. It had 2 locations before this building. And in 2006, the exhibition spaces for current exhibitions were expanded by extending the courtyard and modifying the basement. So we also have a basement where we organize exhibitions. So the space when we have current exhibition is really diverse and really interesting. It has few rooms. The result of another construction change implemented in 2015 and 16 was the construction of an attic with a spacious multifunctional area for concerts, lectures, discussions, also creative workshops. And the first 3 windows, we have office there with my colleague. I think there's the 3 of them. And now I would like to, if I can, okay, maybe to show you more. Yeah, here we are. So this is our permanent collection, or some photos of them. I'm not an expert for this collection, I must say, but we have an art historian named Martin Sugar, and he's a curator of this collection, and he's doing research. In recent years, he was researching old prints from 17th to 19th century. And this collection of Ernest Zmeták and Danica Zmetákova is quite unique by its extent, range, and quality. It focused on European art of the 18th century, the core of which is represented by works of Baroque artists like Giovanni Battista Piazzetta or Francesco Tironi, Paul Troger. But its most coherent section is represented by Hungarian art of the 19th and 20th century, with more major works of classics like Miklós Barabás, Antal Ligeti, János Kmety, or Vilmos Abanovák. It's because of that Ernest Zmeták, he studied in Budapest in Academy of Fine Arts, and he studied in the studio of Vilmos Abanovák, so he was in contact with this Hungarian artist, and he knew the scene very well. And also the great series is represented by Slovak art of the 19th and 20th century, in which many works of significant personalities of local fine art and culture are presented, like Ladislav Medňanský, Martin Benka, Antonia Suš, Milan Alexander Bazovský, and many others. So this is the second permanent exhibition of Lajos Kasak, and this is the field of expertise of our current director, Helena Markuskova. She's doing this ongoing research on his works, and actually all of these, most of these artworks were donated to the gallery by the widow Klára Kašáková of the artist. Lajos Kasak, he was not only artist, he was also writer, poet, and editor. He played a significant role in the avant-garde and modernist movements of the early 20th century. Yeah. And if you'll be interested in our collection maybe a little bit more, there is this website called Webumenia, like the art web, and it's an online catalog of visual artworks from the collections of Slovak galleries that are registered in the Central Registry of Works of Visual Art. It's also in English, I think. And here you can find basic information about the artworks and the authors, as well as articles and videos and collections. And these data and digital reproductions are retrieved and regularly updated from this Slovak electronic system named Central Registry of Works of Visual Art, where they are input by employees of individual galleries. So maybe I can show you. Yeah, here you can find the institution, for example. Where we are. Here we are. Gallery of Ernest Zmeták, and I have chosen some of. Okay, it's there. So here are the artworks of Ernest Zmeták. They are in our collection. So most of our artworks are in this system, and they've been digitalized. Also, when we gain a new acquisition, it has to be put in this registry, but this is like the last step of the cataloging and documentation. It's a public website, so anyone can enter it. But we as employees have a different system where we can find these artworks. Yeah, maybe we can go back to the presentation. So as I mentioned before, I'm responsible for overseeing and managing this collection. So it means that I have the keys from our storage. And yeah, they're all our artworks waiting until they will be needed and for exhibition or study. So I make sure that each artwork is properly cataloged and documented. I handle also the logistics of loaning artworks to other institutions for exhibitions, but also from other institutions or from the artist to us, because each movement of an artwork has to be documented, as you probably are familiar with. So maybe that's why I ask so many artists also here during studio visits, like, where do you store your artwork? But not only like where, but how, like, do you have it in your studio or in your place or in a box or on the shelf, like this. It's really like interests me, like how are these works persevered. So right now we have in our collection more than 4,000 artworks. It includes painting, sculpture, drawings, prints, applied arts, and mixed media. Our collection continues to grow thanks to donations and also the purchases, and we are mainly interested in works of artists from the Slovak, Czech, and Hungarian scene, mostly from the second half of the 20th century and contemporary art. And now I would like to move on to my curatorial practice. So there are a few curators in our gallery. Actually, there are 5 curators, or there are 2, but 5. So since we have a really diverse range of ties that we do in the gallery, so yeah. In my curatorial practice, I focus on contemporary visual art, and I enjoy explore various forms of media. I prepared several exhibitions in collaboration with various studios from the Academy of Fine Arts and Design in Bratislava, because when I arrived to the gallery, they offered me like this opportunity to continue in this concept of these exhibitions in collaboration with the Academy of Fine Arts. It was like a concept of presenting the works of university students, which it was really like regular part of the exhibition program in a gallery, and it brought this insight to the current trends in the sphere of young generation of artists. But like we present not only the work of students but also graduates and the teachers. So I work with 3 studios: studio of illustration and printmaking, studio of fiber art, and studio of industrial design. And additionally, I created exhibitions showcasing contemporary artists who explore themes such as personal narratives, the preservation of memories in different forms of media, transience, fragility, the passage of time, and human life in a general. But most of my projects are out of my full-time job, and I did some for other galleries in Slovakia. So I would like to present you this exhibition we did with my colleague Kati Madaras Deči. She also works in a gallery, and the exhibition, the name of the exhibition was Transparent Pieces and Archival Boards. This is our basement where the gallery was placed. It was like an open studio or like a pop-up exhibition transferred to the basement of our gallery. Like within a few days, visitors were able to look into her curatorial work, and the exhibition presented the latest work from her series, Transparent Pieces, Archiving Boards, and also the mud paintings. The common characteristic of these exhibited works were memory, ephemerality, reminiscence, and the exploration of possibilities, like how to archive memories, but also the artworks itself and the materials used during this creation process. Transparent pieces will be on the next slide. Yes. They consist of cabbage. It's basically like cabbage juice paintings on paper. The theme of cabbage paintings are like these banal utilitarian objects such as watering can, it has like this personal connotation because her grandmother used, like when she was a child, she saw her grandmother like watering plants in their garden, and this watering can is like a repetitive symbol or theme that she uses in her artworks. She depicts the object from various angles in the form of silhouettes, and the result is like this delicate, fragile work on various paper formats. And what is interesting that the subject, it fades over the time. Like on the left, you can see the artworks that she did in the beginning of this year, and on the left, it's actually a picture from a different exhibition from the City Gallery in Rimavská Sobota, and it's I think 10 years old artwork. So after 10 years it looks like this, but over time it will fade completely away and you can see anything, and you just have this like really fragile paper that looks like a snake skin sometimes. In recent years, she starts also dealing with this theme, like how to persevere these images, and she started working with epoxy. So this is what she's trying to do. She's fixing these minimalist paintings together or as itself. Yeah, on the left it was like this interactive piece that the visitors could just take in hands and just play with it and see from the different angles, like how these miniature paintings looks like. And on the right side, you can see one example from her matte paintings. These experimental paintings from the matte painting series. She develops this interest in non-traditional painting tools, and she likes to explore and verifies the boundaries of the chosen material and these creative procedures. It's her daughter actually, so she inspires. She's been inspired by her family circle. So its specific family members appears in her works, especially her children. She finds inspiration in memories of shared experiences and everyday ordinary moments and moments captured in photographs, and she usually like tears the figures of the closest of those who are closest to her from her personal memory and original context, and depicting them alone in a form of silhouettes of these human figures. So yeah, and what's also interesting in these matte paintings is that it also will like the matte will fall down on this glass plexiglass. Yeah. I was recently also working with the Slovak artist named Zsofia Dubová on an exhibition named Somewhere Between Place and the Painting. The exhibition lasted in Nové Zámky from May to June, and Zsofia Dubová in her artistic work focuses on medium of painting and its intersections. She likes to explore the boundaries of the image and of the theme of the landscape. Her inspiration primarily comes from her personal experiences and observation during her time in nature or in various landscapes, not just through like passive observation, but through like this active engagement in nature, since she loves to hiking and all these outdoor sports that I don't do. So her subjective perspective and perception of visited places serve as a crucial starting point for her creative process. So her ambition is not only like this descriptive illustration of the landscape, but also she tries to capture the atmosphere, the movement, the perspective in the space of this majestic nature, express the essence of the place. And the title of the exhibition reflects this idea behind her work, because the place, it could be understood or defined as an open space of a landscape, an area or a part of some whole, but it can refer also to a specific location as well as a place in our minds. And an image, we can think about it in the sense of visual work of art, its origin, continuation and representation of reality, but also imagination, impression or reflection of the visible and also the hidden. So there were like few questions we talk about, or we try to talk about them during the exhibition, like what is found somewhere when the word itself expresses the uncertainty of a place, and somewhere in between either blurs or can also define the boundaries. So somewhere between place and image could be a space, could be also distance, could be boundary, could be experience, and somewhere between place and painting are we as a human beings and as individuals. So this exhibition in Nové Zámky showcased a selection from her latest works, inspired by her journey to Himalayas, but also scenes from High Tatras and other pieces from various cycles. She has this long-standing interest in pushing boundaries of the picture surface in her artistic program, and she extends the edges of the canvas downwards, upwards, also sideways, opening the image into space and revealing part of canvas that usually remain hidden from the viewer. On the left, it's one of her oldest pieces with name. It's called The Dawn, and she cut the canvas in two parts and then sewed them together. So this was like her start working with this, how to push these boundaries of a canvas or of the painting itself. Last year she visited Nepal's Himalayas, and it really influenced her latest large format paintings. She incorporated this vibrant color palette inspired by the colors of Nepalese clothing, homes, and also flags, and adorning mountain ridges. Yeah, for example, this is like a Telko base camp. And the exhibition also featured a series of watercolors named around Annapurna, where she combined paper with the textile material, the wool, and she also creates this vertical boundary created by these fusion forms and intermediate space, simultaneously connecting the theme from one side to the other, creating a unified image. There are three thematic circles that resonate in her work. It usually are mountains, islands, and oceans, motifs that are related to natural elements such as avalanches and also volcanoes or waves. Often appears only as a fragments in a form of silhouettes, conveying fragility and fleetingness, but also they possess really in this internal strength. So these motifs can refer to specific places, which most of them were inspired by a specific place, but they also exist autonomously, like as symbols. The exhibition concluded with a pair of these spatial installations from the series A Mountain to the North, where she combined these large-scale canvases and also glass painting, and she reversed this idea where the canvas becomes frame for the glass. Just check my time. Okay, there are another examples, but I think they are too bright. Yeah, but you have an idea. Now I would like to continue in our last part and the art education programs that we do offer in our gallery. I was always interested in researching these relationships between making an exhibition and implementing these various strategies, like how to effectively communicate the message to the public, like especially through art education programs, because like you communicate something to the viewer, like also how to explain this. When you are a visitor to the gallery, like the first person you meet is really important, like this first contact person. And also it can shape your whole experience in the art gallery. So these are the things that I was always being really interested in. And I really like to observe this in other museums and galleries. Like if it's easy to navigate yourself in a museum, like is there someone who can help you when you get lost? So you probably couldn't get lost in our gallery, but in some bigger you can. And I also like to observe architecture of exhibitions, like whether it does not distract attention from the artworks itself, or I really like the labels of the artworks, like I really do. Like what materials are they printed on, or where are they located? It's easy to associate them with an artwork, or do you have to look for them, or are they large enough to read? Is the exhibition space too cold or too hot? So do they have space where you can rest? So this whole like really influence your experience. But come back to the programs that we offer. So I've chosen just like the basic core of the programs which we have during the whole year. We have more of them. So we offer programs for various target groups, from preschools, elementary school, high school, adults, seniors. So we offer programs for current exhibitions, like for every single current exhibition we do a different educational program. It's not only like a guided tour for the school groups, but it's actually we're trying to build a program. It consists of like this active time in an exhibition, when we do these activities in the space of the exhibition, and also then we do workshops. Yeah, sometimes it's like a challenge, since we have 6 or 7 exhibitions during the year, and since you become confident in the program and you try what works and what doesn't work, and the exhibition ends and you have to start like all over again. We also do permanent exhibition programs. I will show you in a minute 2 of them. We also have this program which the name is Máme rádi umění, which means we like art. And it's for schools with Hungarian as their teaching language, and it's led by my colleague, as I don't speak Hungarian, unfortunately. We also have this program called Viac spolu, it means more together, and it's a program for families with children, like meant for 3 generations. Because we tried to, it was designed, or the idea behind it was to bring families like Saturday morning to gallery in order to spend time together, surrounded by art, and it takes place once a month. In this September we launched a new project which named Piccolo for 2 or 3 years olds, so they can come on their own, but no. They come with their families, and there's like these special programs for them too. And every August we organize this daily, like it's a summer camp, Ahoj umění or High Art. Now I realize we've been really creative with these titles of our programs. So maybe the next one will be like, this is art, or something like that. Yeah, so this is like the basic core of our educational programs, and I believe that one of the key things for the school groups is to be, not only for school groups but for all the visitors, to be in contact with works of art in a person, like this direct engagement with artworks, and seeing art in a person in a space of the gallery or museum, it can allows you like this deeper understanding of also technique, materials, colors, and also the scale of the pieces. And also, I think it's important for that we, as a gallery, we showcase a diverse range of artistic styles and periods and cultural influences. So this cultural like exposure is also important. And we analyze these artworks, which can shape the students like critical thinking, and we interpret the artworks, and we try to create this safe environment where no answer is like wrong, like you can share your ideas and no one will laugh at you, and if it will, so we explained like this is not what we do here. Yeah, so this is just a few images from our workshop place. On the left, like I said, it's important to see artwork in with your own eyes, like the actual artwork. We didn't use like this reproduction. This was this reproduction was, or like this screening was used for a play, because we had like the play like jump to the picture. So they have to each of the kid has to jump in the picture and try to be like this continuation of the image, and come with their like own ideas. Yeah, this is one of our core educational programs. It calls the Collector of Art. And the program is designed for the school groups, and it's for the permanent collection of art from the 16th to the 20th century. And during the program, students learn not only about the artworks, but about the art collecting and what does it mean. So I usually ask them that if they would have a collection big as Zmeták has, that if they would donate part of it to a gallery or to someone. So you can guess what is the answer. Some of them say like no, I would sell there, but some of them say like yes, because I want others to see the collection. And we also discuss the job positions that exist in a gallery, because I found that sometimes people don't know what we do in a gallery. So I found it really like important and interesting, like start with the kids, and as the result, the kids then create their own gallery through like this role play, and in groups they will assign roles, they select artworks, they create an exhibition, they hold an opening reception, and they come up with the name of the exhibition, and they present the reasons behind their choices. And through this program, they can also understand how curators make the decisions about displaying artworks and the impact of the exhibition layout on the viewer's experience. So this is just an image. Yeah, on the left it's a sketch of a gallery, and on the right they somehow managed to create from these boxes their own gallery, their own artworks. Also the frames were really important. Now when I look at it, it looks like a Whitney with these stairs, like the terrace on the left. Last year we launched this new project for the permanent exhibition of Lajos Kassák. It's called On the Road with Kassák. And it introduced students to the artistic career of this artist, presenting him as a visual artist, writer, magazine publisher, and organizer of artistic activities. We also managed to publish a children's this guide full of activities where during this program we create our own like image architectures, explore visual poetry because he was also interested in that. We examine magazine covers, we talk about typography, font design, along with various like other activities. For Kasak, his hat and his suit was really characteristic. So we bought this hat, and it's one of our activities. Like we play this activity with the children. So as you can see on the picture up. So the task for the student is wearing the hat and go through the exhibition while others try to record his journey. And this was inspired by the work of Slovak conceptual artist educator. On the right, it's his artwork, to which a story is attached. You can see. I hope you can see. It's a little bit blurry. So since Kasak is like important figure in also context of Nové Zámky, so few of Nové Zámky artists and citizens, Juraj Meliš or Roko Juhász, in 80s they held these exhibitions that were connected to Kasak. Also in 90s, also like even right now we do exhibitions that are dedicated to him. And this concrete art piece was inspired by his hat. And the hat was somehow somewhere in Budapest. It was like this mysterious item. And our current director, Helena Markuskova, she carries the hat from Budapest to Nové Zámky in a plastic bag by a train. So Desider Todt tried to track this movement of this hat. And based on this artwork, so we did something similar, that they have to track down the hat on a floor plan of our exhibition. I don't know if oh, okay, I put also this. I think our time are going to its closure, so yeah, I put this these two slides. It was one of my favorite programs that we did before COVID hit. And because we drank the tea, like English tea afternoon, because this exhibition was created by my colleague Martin Sugar. He's an expert in old prints. It was from 17th and 18th century, and we again like used these strategies of a role play, and we played like come to visit a queen of an unnamed country, and we will have a tea together. So we brought the tea, we brought the cups, and we learned about etiquette. So on the picture on the right, I'm telling them that we have to change our clothes because we are visiting the queen, and they thought that I'm serious, so they were more like, no, why, I don't want to change. Then I told them, like, it's just like, it's only a game. And also I would like to mention, because I really like this activity, we write letters to artists. Because most of these children, when they came to gallery, like sometimes the artist is too far away from them, from their lives or the artist itself, because they have no chance to meet him in person. Like children don't come usually to an opening unless their parents bring them together. So for some of our current exhibitions, we made these postcards. And we handle them to the children, and we ask them like choose whatever artwork you like and write something on the other side for the artist. Like, what are your thoughts? Did you like the artwork? Do you have some questions for an artist? And they really did. And then we send it to these artists. Most of them are these really well-known artists in their 70s in Slovakia, and then they responded back. So we create like this transgenerational like contact, like this dialogue. So, and then we did it with the groups that we usually work, so they can have this feedback also from the artist. So some of them were really like funny when the child says to well-known artists like, "Good job, keep it up, like keep going on," and or I see that you painted a pillow. Now maybe you can try paint a blanket or something like that. So they were really good like responses from the children, also from the artists. Like, thank you. It just really made me laugh. So this is one of my favorite activities. That it's activity like not all the children want to engage in that, but most of them want. So it's really nice. Okay, so since the journey also in RU is coming to its end, and I think, yeah, we have 5 minutes for a discussion. But I would like to really thank the Residency Unlimited for this amazing opportunity. Thank you so much. And I also like to thank to those who supported my residency. Mali Berlin, the Cultural Center in Trnava, and also the Consul General of Slovak Republic in New York, and also the Slovak Art Council. So I'm really grateful that you made this possible, and I don't take it for granted. So thank you. You have a question?
Of course I do.
Oh my God, okay, tell me.
You keep saying gallery, like gallery. And like, I'm a bit confused because like in my like worldview, like gallery is a commercial gallery. It's not an institution or, you know, like, so I would like definitely like, you know, like
think that we are a museum.
It looks like a museum. Okay, it's a private collection for like people can see it, like it's a publicly displayed private collection. So it's a kind of institution because like how do you like see this like the use of gallery, because like it completely misleads the whole conversation in another way.
In Slovakia it's a little bit different when we use this word. Like in the rest of the world, it's people like you have these big museums like MoMA or Met, and they also display contemporary art. But in Slovakia, it's a little bit different. We do not consider us as a museum because we work also with contemporary art. So that's like really basic answer to your question.
So if you do contemporary art, you cannot be called institution in Slovakia.
Like museum. Not the institution.
Like the museum. Okay.
Yeah, like it's strange that we would call ourselves a museum.
But is it publicly funded or like? So this collection.
I know that this would interest you. No, we are managed by a Nitra self-governing region, so we are regional gallery.
And is it free? People can just come? Or?
Like you mean to the gallery? You have to pay the ticket, but it doesn't cost $30, so.
It's affordable.
But I mean, we don't earn many money from the visitors, of course. It's like a symbolic cost, yeah.
So you basically work in a museum, actually?
No, we work in a gallery.
A homeland museum, like a city museum, right? So
City gallery. It's gallery. No, I'm being like offended with someone. It's like, you're working in a museum, and I'm like, no, we are a gallery.
Very interesting.
Maybe art center? No, I think it's just like probably very context specific for like Central European Eastern
Yeah, it
Europe
is.
here.
It is.
Because
You don't- okay.
There is
it has to
gates
do
of
with
museum.
like this non-conformist tradition of art when there was no art market and they called, you know, art like institutions that say galleries
Exactly.
were non-conformist with music and integrate. So that's like extends from that period, I guess. More than
Yeah, thank you for the question. And thank you for your comments also.
I don't know, that's just my guess. Okay.
But
It's true.
not in all Central and South Eastern European countries.
Okay. Others questions? Maybe?
I did have a question, but it's mostly has to do with contemporary Slovakian art, and because it was super interesting for me to see that there is a lot of play with like this idea of transparency and painting and maybe memory. Is there, maybe it's quite a stretch and probably quite ignorant from my perspective to say, but is there still legacy of this glass, sort of thinking through glass, or like, you know, Czechoslovakian glass, you know, craft tradition within contemporary art, where it's like nothing to do with that? Because it seems like that it's a very specific context and it's a very specific way of thinking, you know,
Yeah, and
about glass and like this transparency and a very conceptual sense. Not necessarily just working with glass, but you know.
and the question is where
Do you feel like it's sort of
no.
no?
I
Not.
think it's her interest. That
Yeah.
she was really interested in this
Mhm.
glass painting. Okay, if there are no more questions, so thank you again.
I have one
You
more
have a
question.
question.
What are your plans when you go back?
Everyone asked me that.
I'm glad I asked the question.
I will get some sleep, and then I have few projects for next year. So I think I will have some studio visits again in December. I hope I will manage them, and then just go straight in the middle, like doing educational programs, doing also these concerts. We have 2 in December. So, and also since it will be end of the year, so that's probably the most things you have to do at the end of the year, like all those. Also working with acquisitions, and every artwork has to be catalogized. So everything what I left in September when I come here, so it waits for me. So I will come back to that.
She promised to do ice skating in Vienna, so I take that for real.
But in January, no? Starts in January.
Would you finish the catalogization?
Okay. Yeah. Thank you again.